Hey, Shadur.
All right. All right, folks, and welcome to another edition of Just a Couple Guys Talking Football. The NFL Coaching Carousel has
Can I
officially,
bring this up real quick? Why in the hell does Shadur get to go to the Pro Bowl, even though we know it's a
as a
joke?
replacement, it's
Oh,
Shedeur
okay.
Sanders'
So he
replacement.
has 1,400 yards passing and 7 touchdowns into
Did
10
you see the meme of
interceptions.
him in between him and Trevor Lawrence? Like, why didn't you invite Trevor Lawrence to
Yeah,
the Pro Bowl? Kids, let's be honest, and we said this earlier this year,
such a
Tate.
joke.
The Pro
7
Bowl is a
TDs.
joke. It's
Yeah,
a
7.
joke. It's a joke.
Did
It's a
anybody see
joke. It's
that?
right there. There it is. It's right there. 7 TDs to 38. Let's just, guys, and I'm not even saying Shedeur Sanders doesn't,
No, he
deserve
doesn't
any
deserve
respect.
anything. He doesn't
But
deserve
he
a Pro Bowl
deserves
spot.
no Pro Bowl accommodation
God.
for being the top quarterback in the league. All right, let's talk about
All
coaching.
right, let's talk about coaches.
And let's talk about Coaching Carousel. And one of these teams is his team. But we're going to get to them later because that's how far down the rung they are. The most recent one, though, in the AFC North was the Mike McCarthy to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tate, you and I talked about this briefly. What do you think about this one?
Yeah,
And
I think like what we
let's get
talked
the
about
people in.
is the Mike Tomlin was kind of unexpected. They weren't prepared to let go yet. So I think they wanted stability as a coach because honestly, Mike McCarthy and Mike Tomlin's overall winning record is almost
the same.
identical.
The same.
He not saying it's all for Aaron Rodgers. I don't believe that's why, but he won with the he's won with the Cowboys. He won with the Cowboys. He had his worst year was still better than Brian Schottenheimer's. Maybe not the offense was as great, but and he had to deal with Jerry Jones. The fiasco with the Cowboys I think he's a good coach. I think it's a good move. If I was him, I know he's from Pittsburgh. I would have tried to go to the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills is hands down the best job right now.
Okay, so here's a couple things I want to say, and I totally agree with you that I think Pittsburgh and McCarthy make sense. And they make sense for so many reasons because of what you said. McCarthy is a winning coach. He knows how to do it. He goes to a place, he keeps winning. You know, when there was questions about if it was him or Rodgers in Green Bay, he went to Dallas and won a lot of games. He really did. And you're right, with Jerry Jones being a pain in the ass owner as Jerry Jones can be. Mike McCarthy, and by the way, I don't even think Jerry should have let go of Mike McCarthy. I think he should still be the coach there. I know it wasn't doing what Jerry Jones wanted.
Yeah, no, he's an experienced coach.
He's an experienced
and he was
coach.
starting to argue with Jerry Jones, just like Purcell's did. They all do. Jerry Jones is a train wreck. Jerry Jones thinks he knows more about football than anybody, and that's why the Cowboys are the laughing stock of
there is something
sports.
That I think that Mike McCarthy being that stable kind of coach makes sense it makes sense for the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. You might not be excited, and I get it. I don't know if I would be excited either because last year they were like, "Hey, Bears should hire Mike McCarthy," and I was like, "Ooh, okay." And I was like, kind of like that. Okay, so maybe that's what Steelers fans are feeling. The only thing I'm gonna say is he is stable. He builds cultures in. Maybe
there's not much to build there. They're used to winning every year.
Right. But here's the one thing that was a question for me that I heard earlier today. Has he done it with where he doesn't know who the quarterback is? No. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers is signing up to play a second term with Mike McCarthy. I just don't think so. And I don't think he should, by the way. I think you should let Rodgers walk. So that's your first thing right now is who's his quarterback? And I think that's a fair question to ask.
I agree.
I think Mike McCarthy, though, especially, come on, AFC North fans, there's a lot of upheaval because all of a sudden Zach Taylor's the longest tenured coach at 7 years, or 6 years or whatever the heck it is. By the way, that's also probably on the last string too. Once his contract's up, look out, Zach, because Mike Brown's probably to your point, Tate. Mike Brown doesn't like to pay coaches. He only pays the ones that who are coaching, not the ones that aren't. So, listen, Mike McCarthy could have great success in the AFC North structure that just went to crap. Baltimore's in upheaval. Cleveland is constantly in upheaval. Cincinnati's beatable because they don't know how to run an organization. So listen, maybe you just have to be the stable coach that goes in there. Yeah. For sure. 100%. I don't disagree with it. Do I have my questions? For sure. Yeah. And listen, Mike,
I think it's
a no-brainer. I think it's a no-brainer actually for Pittsburgh. It's a no-brainer.
I'm surprised the Bills, maybe they didn't go after him.
I don't know if they did, man.
I don't know if they did.
I don't think they did.
The Ravens.
Jesse Minter. Yeah, hit me with that one, Jesse Minter.
Okay,
I told you what I thought.
He's good. He's young. So he's a mini-me of John Harbaugh. Okay.
That's it. Great. He's a mini-me of the Harbaugh.
How about you get an offensive mind to get in there to teach Lamar how to throw from the pocket?
Okay. Because, see, here's my problem that I have with all of it.
the entire time. Well, no, Brian Billick wasn't defense. He was offense.
Yeah, but listen, he just lucked out having the greatest defense ever, or one of them. Here's my problem. I like Jesse Minter. I hear he's a great coach, and yes, I do definitely think he's a Harbaugh disciple. He's, he was in Jim's system for how long? With Jim and John, run a very similar system. You can see it. Mike McDonald was the defensive coordinator in the
Wasn't he from Michigan? Too?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he coached in Michigan. That's
Maybe
what I'm saying.
I don't know enough about him. To me, he
but
didn't wow
what
me.
I'm saying is what you said. Who's going to be the offensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens? Does he have some miracle man that I don't know of? Because here's the one thing, people, that I'm starting to kind of get worried with these NFL fines for coaches, and why I'm feeling I lucked out so much last year. Ben Johnson was a commodity, okay? Liam Cohen was kind of a commodity, and we could see what they did. I don't see any Ben Johnsons or Liam Cohens out here this year, folks. So that's why Mike McCarthy's a big name.
Well, that's
that's
like
why
the
Jesse
Broncos,
Minter's a big
Davis
name.
Webb. He's getting all this stuff. He's a quarterback coach.
He's a quarterback coach.
I was talking to a guy at
God
work.
dang, they were interviewing Phillip Rivers for crying out loud.
He's a quarterback coach. He's never called a game. How is he ready to take over an organization? Yes, I'm all for young people. Some people are just more ready than others. But, dude, you got to have some sort of pedigree behind you. Well, he kept Bo Nix really relaxed, and then the quarterback room, they're really tied together. He hasn't called a game.
Folks, he's worried about dealing a meeting with 3 people, maybe 4. You're talking about
never has called a never has called. Okay, couple games this year for the Broncos in the preseason. Sean let him call a game. Right, he let him call one game, and then Joe Lombardi call a game. Okay, that's it. Great. You got to call a preseason game there. It's almost okay. Perfect. I don't get it. Okay, Bo Nix really likes him. Okay. Same thing. It's the same thing when VJ, when Vance Joseph got hired with the Broncos, he was the defensive coordinator with the Miami Dolphins, and their defense was ranked 27th out of 32 teams. He's a leader of men. Are you kidding me? Kyle Shanahan's in the door right now. Nope. We're not hiring him because he's going to bring his dad in, and we're not ready to bring his Mike Shanahan back.
Yeah, that's ego right there.
Okay.
And you and I talked about
we saw what happened with the different Broncos.
We talked about what ego does. And by the way, Kyle Shanahan should be the Denver Bronco coach.
Broncos head coach still currently.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
And the Broncos would probably have like 3 Super Bowl wins. And you brought up a good point.
Let's go to the Dolphins. Let's go to the Dolphins and Jeff Hafley. All right. That was another coach. Okay.
Potato. Let's throw the whole thing.
Okay. Hafley. Real quick. All I want to talk about him was he was a Green Bay defensive coordinator for the last 2 years. Didn't do a bad job. I'm not going to say he didn't do a bad job. Okay.
Well, he gave up how many points? How many comeback wins did they lose?
Hey. All I'm going to say is I said to you after that last Bears playoff victory is I was like, man, Jeff Hafley, you just lost to the Bears how many times in the fourth quarter? And is your name still up there? And boy, it was clearly up there. And not only that, let's go,
Broncos,
folks, let's go look at.
They were beating the Broncos by 9 points going in the fourth quarter, and the Broncos came back and beat. They had 5 games this year.
He was like 21-22 as a college head football
What's
coach.
What's his other coaching pedigree?
He was
He's been in Green Bay for 2
Boston.
years.
He was at Boston College head coach. I just said he was like 21 and 22. He was awful.
Okay.
17 and 22 there or something. I can't even remember.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Awesome. Ready
Great.
to take over the Miami Dolphins.
Can't wait. Let me know how it goes. How it goes.
Yeah. No quarterback, $99 million due to Tua.
Let me know how it goes. Yeah, your
Perfect.
problem was your defense.
Great. Okay.
Browns.
Nobody
Browns
wants
are still looking. Browns are still looking.
Why do you think nobody wants to go coach the Browns?
Because
honestly.
it's a crap show. Sorry, folks.
What else?
I almost said it. It's
what do you mean by
show.
crap show?
The
Who's your quarterback right now?
Well, okay? That's a big factor too, but that's because of the crap show. Shadur is a crap show, but he's not a product. Listen, Shadur is the latest product of that crap show. That crap show has been going on for years.
But still, to have to do like I'm forced to start Shadur because it sells jerseys and everything else.
But here's the thing that I will say is you're not forced to, but because we made a horrible trade. No, and I agree with you, but to this point, you're not forced to, but we traded for a really bad person of character a couple years ago and gave him an ultimately guaranteed contract, traded all of our assets away. By the way, Houston Texans, Nick Caserio and what he did with that is a freaking miracle worker because he got you guys knocking on the door of, he's in the playoffs every year, by the way. Never mind. So he got you knocking on the door AFC Championship, which I know that stinks and is still. But yes, I think that the Cleveland Browns are absolutely a trash franchise, and they're going to have to overpay for someone. They're going to have to overpay for Vance Joseph, like you said earlier. He's going to go to the Arizona.
It's going to be Schwartz again. He's going to get a second head coaching opportunity.
And you know what? He's honestly, the only one that's probably going to take it because he's been there.
Honestly, if he wants it, he's had 2 interviews.
It's his.
Fine. He wants it. Take it. Give it to him.
Okay. So here's who I heard. Here's who I have heard of taking their name out of the running for the Cleveland Browns. Mike McDaniel. Supposedly he's finally hired by the Chargers. So I think he's done what the Bills do, by the way. And we'll get to the Bills in a minute, folks, because we need to. Mike McDaniel's taking his name out of the running. I heard that Grant Udinski or whatever, the kid that's the offensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he took his name out of the running. He's only going to be Bill's head coach or bust, or he'll be back. So, people keep removing their names. Listen, if you're an offensive coordinator that doesn't... They're starting to figure it out. We only get one chance at this, maybe. And maybe I don't go for the Browns. I'd rather wait.
Yep.
So, they're going to have to overpay.
That's why earlier we were talking about VJ. I don't think the Cardinals are going to do anything either.
No. Stay.
If I'm VJ, I'm holding out another year. I'm going to ask for more money.
Why go now?
I'm going to ask for more money. I'm going to try to be the highest paid defensive coordinator in the NFL. And I'm going to see and I'm just going to sign a 1-year deal. Screw it. 1-year deal. And then I'm going to see what's up next year. Unless the Bills come running. I don't even know who the Bills are looking now. Who are they looking for? And why is the Bills such a bit? Oh, because how they handle the press conference. Yeah, which is pretty unprofessional.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
Josh Allen's pretty pissed. There's a lot of people.
There's something there because
yeah,
for the people that if I'm Mike McCarthy, and let's just be honest, folks, Sean McDermott was laid off a couple days before Mike McCarthy got hired by Pittsburgh. If Mike was really like, hey, sorry, Pittsburgh, give me a second, I'm going to go fly to Buffalo, I'm sure that he would have gone. So there's something going on in Buffalo. There absolutely is. And then hearing the owner talk the way he did, which was a train wreck. And then you're also going to say that, hey, the coach was the fault. Brandon Beane did all this and this and this, and that's why we promoted him. Probably like Mike Florio said, don't promote him the same day. Why don't you just say, we're going to let go of Sean McDermott, then a couple of weeks later going, we're promoting Brandon Beane. Oh, okay. Well, but the same day. It just is like, yeah, this guy is crap. That's why we got rid of him.
Sean McDermott, we both agree that probably needed to go. But Sean McDermott didn't turn the ball over 5 times against the Denver Broncos.
With
I'm telling you, the Bills had that game won.
Sean McDermott didn't also
They
build
were a
his
better
defense
team than the
with no one, with no names of no one. I'm sorry, but
So what are they going to do?
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I don't know who they're going to get because, to be honest with you, to your point, they should be the most.
To me, that is the
attractive.
best job.
That's the most attractive because of Josh Allen, right? Because of Josh Allen.
Yes. You have pieces everywhere, dude. You got a great offense.
So do
you can shore up the defense in one off season, man.
All right, can I ask you this? Would you hire Brian Daboll as their coach?
Depends on who's my D coordinator. He got Josh Allen to play like Josh Allen.
Okay. Oh, like what?
That's
about
probably what they're going to do. That's probably what's going to happen.
Who? Say it again, Joe Brady. Wait, say that again.
Daboll.
I think they are going to get Daboll. Because I'll be honest with you, I think they're going to do this to placate Josh Allen. And I'm not saying Daboll's the wrong hire. I don't know if he's the right hire, though, either.
I tell you
I'm
what,
not saying he's wrong.
I'm putting a lot of the Giants on. I know Daboll's coaching.
You're putting it on Joe Schoen.
I'm putting it on Joe Schoen quite a bit. I think that guy's. I can't believe the Giants organization. Would they extend him? And then there's already a feud between him and John Harbaugh. It's already happened. Harbaugh's like, I'm not answering to him. Are you kidding me?
So I actually kind of think that this whole, and I want to talk about John Harbaugh here in a minute. I'm really curious because I didn't see that it was Joe Schoen going to interview John Harbaugh at lunch that morning, blah, blah, blah. No, it was Chris Mara, the son, like the president of the, it was the owner and the owner's son going to do it, not Joe Schoen.
Harbaugh wanted a lot of control, and he got it, and I guarantee it's in there.
And
it's
I guarantee
you will not
that
answer.
Joe
It's
Schoen,
kind of like George Payton and Sean Payton's freaking relationship. It's working good.
So I will say this: I think Joe Schoen is a one. If this year does not improve, and John Harbaugh and him don't get it wrong, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone.
I guess Dayball's fine. I feel for Josh Allen. I feel for Josh Allen bad. He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Man, it's just, God, that organization cannot catch a break ever.
No.
Hey, being a Broncos fan, at least I'm not the Bills. So.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, man. At least, I mean, you've gotten to the promised land and won. They can't. They got Josh Allen and they stub their toe every other second. I mean, and then you listen to their owner talk, and if I was, listen, I've just, what I heard this last week? I've heard all these owners and GMs talk and be awful. And I was like, oh my God, that used to be the Bears. Thank God it's not the Bears. Like I heard the Bears coach go, hey, what do you build off from this year? We don't build off anything. We start at square one. Do you not get it? And I'm like, oh my God, I just fell in love again. Like, no, like I burned it all down. Whatever house was there, I burned it down. Okay? Because we're going to just start from square one. Love it.
You got the franchise quarterback, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league with the Bills. You got a good offense in place. Your defense just needs a few pieces and just maybe a different philosophy change. And you're right there. You're there.
So okay. This is what I'm curious about with Daboll because who would be his defensive coordinator that I'm not thinking of? I don't know either.
Be some who knows?
What about Wink Martindale?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because I'll tell you what, I'm with you, Tate, that like, hey, Buffalo is like this sleeping giant that no one's considering. Then I'm like, well, just because the owner was
I don't think Buffalo is a job for someone who's never been a head coach before.
Okay, so
I think you need head coaching, like someone who's been a head coach before.
John Gruden?
No. Most overrated coach. I don't even think he has a record above 500. Most overrated coach in Spider 2 White Banana. Hey, we love we love his videos. Man. We love watching him on ESPN. No.
Okay.
But he'll bring some toughness and stuff. I don't know. Actually, if you think about it, The NFL is not going to let him in, especially with the darling of the NFL with Josh Allen, because the NFL wants to make Gruden as this bad guy. I don't think that's terrible. Now that I'm thinking it a little bit, I don't think it's terrible. I think you need an offensive mind in there because Dermott was a defensive mind.
I think Dable makes sense because he has a relationship with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Well, and not only this, let's be honest with ourselves. No one's tripping over themselves to get there. Okay? And I'll be honest with you, too. No one's tripping over themselves to hire Brian Dable.
To me, without question, because I have my theory on Lamar Jackson. I think he's overrated. He's hurt all the time. He can't throw from the pocket. I think the Bills is the best job by far, and I still put them as a top 5 team by far. They in my opinion, the Broncos got super lucky by getting all those turnovers. They should have beat the Broncos pretty handedly, and the Broncos still squeaked one out in overtime by 3 points. The Bills gave them that game by far.
Oh, yeah.
I just think,
and by the way, I don't disagree with the Bills owner saying there was that last game. Fine. Just don't promote your GM at the same time and go, it's the last game.
Yeah, whatever.
Blah, blah, blah.
Dude, this is what shitty organizations do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you got to go. I think you got to go offensive firepower, do it, and then you need to tweak some defense. But the Bills, in my opinion, are right there. They're right there. They were a playoff team again. Been a playoff team for 7 years. They're good. Giants. If I'm Harbaugh, I would have took the Bills job. I don't know the behind the scenes thing. I guarantee the Bills would have thrown a crap load of money at him.
Oh man, I really think
he would have fit perfect.
Jumped
there.
on him.
He would have fit perfect.
But I think there's two things.
Wait one more week. Everyone knew what was happening with Sean McDermott. Wait one more week. And then you play that. Well, I got another team I'm waiting on right now. So there you go. That's more firepower for you getting the Giants job. I'm going to wait to see what happens with the Bills. I know what's going on.
Part of his thing, and I'm not for sure on this, but part of his thing
is the control factor.
Well, that and going to the NFC. I'm going to take the so he doesn't have to direct. I'll meet you in the Super Bowl. Kind of like the Mannings. But I don't have to play you directly every year.
God, who cares?
I know. Well, I mean,
you're in the same league of coaching. It's going to happen.
So let's talk about the last two, I think, that have happened that we haven't talked about. Robert Saleh to the Titans kind of shocked me. I like Robert Saleh. I did not expect Robert Saleh to get a job this quickly. Good for him.
I think everybody knew he got a raw deal at the Jets.
He got the absolute
He got Rodgers forced on him, which in turn freaking Hackett. Same thing with Denver.
Is a hack
joke.
Job.
Yes,
it's a hack job.
So he got all that crap handed to him. Like he got handed just like everybody that goes to the Jets. So I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. To me, again, I don't know if I want that job.
I would want Tennessee
the Titans
over the
are sneaky.
Jets.
They're a little better than you think they are because they played a lot of team stuff at the beginning of the year.
Let's just be honest. The AFC South aren't juggernauts.
I don't know. You got the Jags and the Texans.
Yeah, sure. But let me just tell you what. Let's just say you got a stable coach in there that can play a little defense. All of a sudden, hey, look at the Titans are the number 1 seed in the AFC South all of a sudden. And you're like, oh, yeah. Listen, I think the pressure is less in Tennessee, and I would welcome it if I was Robert Saleh. And good for Robert Saleh, by the way. I'm happy for him. I think the guy's a solid dude. You and I both called that he was going back to San Francisco. Did a great job there. Did I expect him to get the Titans job like on a whim? No. But I like that the Titans said, hey, he came in here and blew us away. We're going with it. The last one I want to talk about, Kevin Stefanski to the Atlanta Falcons. I'm a Stefanski fan overall. And I'm kind of asking myself, hey, is this really going to work in Atlanta?
Yes, I do.
You think so?
I think I think there's so many pieces like we talked about all year. He brings stability as a coach. A guy who actually got to the playoffs was not a great team, and then the Browns drama. Yes. It was
Well, it
absolutely
was more of the front
100%
office,
smart for
right, in
them to
Cleveland.
get for their owner to fire Morris. We know that. Yes, Stefanski should. I think that was a good move for him.
I think so.
I
for
would
sure.
like again if I'm Stefanski, give me to Buffalo, please. And
Why
maybe
did he
that was-
not? Why didn't he
I know.
wait either? Like, I mean, if I'm Kevin,
Buffalo, I think it's been Daboll all along. Harbaugh or
think it-
Daboll. That's what I think. I think we're gonna hear about it this week. I think you're right with Daboll. But yeah, Stefanski's a good move. I don't know enough about Michael Penix Jr. He had the injury bug in college, and he's injured again this year. He looked a lot better with. I will tell you, they looked a lot better with Kirk Cousins in there. And not saying it's Kirk Cousins, but
they kept the defensive
that's
coordinator.
a problem. It's a problem, right? It's every franchise. If you don't have one, you need a franchise quarterback. They're so hard to find.
They don't grow on trees.
No, they
That's
don't.
for sure.
So I think that was a good move. No, what's your theory? Like, what are the Raiders doing? Nobody wants to coach the Raiders either.
Dude, listen, if you want to ask me, and we talked about the Browns, but the Raiders, the Cardinals, and the Browns, I haven't even heard anybody sniffing around. All I keep hearing is people rescinding their their intentions. They're like, hey, we want to go on a date. Never mind, I rescinded it. Like, it's awful. You guys are gonna whatever those people have to do, they're gonna have to overpay. Now, I watched Mark Davis, Tom Brady, and I think the other minority owner of the Raiders sit on the sideline standing of the national championship game because I think they're trying to be like, hey, we're going to get Mendoza. I don't know
about Mendoza, man.
Listen,
I don't know if he's just all world quarterback.
Can I tell you something about watching that game? I said this to our good friend Scott. I said, Scott, halfway through that game, I was going, this guy hasn't convinced me that he's the number one pick. He hasn't. I'm like, he hasn't. And then I'll tell you what.
There's no quarterbacks going on.
Then he did one thing. He ran that 4th and goal or 4th.
To me, he looks like a giraffe that he needs to grow.
I'll tell you what. Right then and there, I said to myself, okay, he's the number one pick because of that run right there.
He's going to be the number one pick. I just don't know yet. But like to me, he looks like a giraffe out there. He needs to grow into his body, and that's maybe exactly what they're great. I would trust.
Who do you trust to coach him is the problem.
I don't know.
We've seen this. Look at Sam Darnold. And by the way, Seattle and Sam Darnold, good for Sam Darnold for the train wreck of his career started to get to the Super Bowl with everybody down him, including this show. And I will say, just a couple guys talking football.
I don't know. I was all about him. I said that was from day one. I've been saying that
you did. You said the Vikings were idiots. You were. The only thing we always said was Darnold was going to Darnold. But I'll be honest with you. I mean, congratulations, Sam. Congratulations. Because you made it to the pinnacle, and I think he's going to wax him.
I don't know.
I will say, is someone going to be confident?
This is what Sean Payton was telling all of the Broncos coaches getting looks. They know, I know, there's 3 to 5 franchises to never go to because you'll never win there because their ownership is not right.
Raiders,
the structure's not right. So we know who they are. And I tell my guys, we're doing something right to get looks for our coaching staff, which he's right. But I tell my guys, be very careful of how you pick. To me, if I'm Vance Joseph, I got a raw deal with Denver. He wasn't ready for Denver. I'm not taking the Cardinals job.
I wouldn't. Why would you? Because I'm sorry to say, Michael Bidwell is out there as one of those owners too. The Cardinals
if you're the Cardinals, you go after like what they did with Bruce Arians. You go after a coach who is well established.
Yeah, my gosh. You know how great of a freaking lightning in a bottle they caught with Bruce Arians, by the way?
That's what you have to do with an organization like any of these shitty ones. We both thought that maybe Pete Carroll had something with the Raiders, but like you saw at the Raiders is they are a train.
Well, and can I say how sorry I am that I felt that?
Yeah,
that
me too.
You and I both fell into that trap.
I did. I thought they were going to have 8 or 9 wins this year. Yeah.
What idiots we were.
Yep.
I mean, seriously.
Yep. So like,
I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize to our audience, but I'm sorry. That's ridiculous that we both thought that. It was bad. It was bad.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If I'm one of these, like if I'm BJ, I'm trying to get an interview with the Bills. I'm trying to see if I can wow him. Other than that, I don't know if I'm taking a job right now. I don't.
I wouldn't.
I'm gonna ask the Pinner Group, make me the highest paid defensive coordinator. I'll stay.
And
he deserves that.
And guess what they will? And guess what? They'll pay him. They'll pay him. Yeah, if you want my opinion, folks, the Raiders, the Browns, and the Cardinals are going to be the last ones at the dance, like they are right now. The Bills' job is the most appealing, and they will get. But I agree with you with not hearing a lot of things. I think they have decided, because there's people pulling themselves out of that race too. Because I heard Mike McDaniel was supposed to interview.
Why do they want McDaniel? Gee, really? He's an offensive coordinator. He's not a head coach.
No, well, that's what he is.
He lost the locker room 2 years. He lost. I don't understand
it. He is the offensive coordinator.
Though. Well, I know that. What I'm saying is he's not a head coach. He lost the team last year and this year. Both years he lost the team. Did they have a fighting chance? Yeah, they did.
But
he's a wizard. He's not a head coach, man.
Well,
no.
But that's what
he's sitting there in cold weather with his glasses on, fogging up like, oh my God, this is so cold.
Jim Harbaugh is going to be the coach, so he could be the offensive coordinator. Yeah. That's the whole point.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what. Exactly. Right. He's a weirdo. He's freaking off. You're an offensive coordinator. You're not a head coach.
Exactly. Okay. Sorry. I get what your point you're saying is. Yeah. Why would you want me? I agree with you. I don't know. I think he should go back to being an offensive coordinator. I think the guy's pretty smart, but
he's not command of room.
Obviously, if Cleveland or Buffalo wanted him that bad, he wouldn't be turning them down.
He coached in Cleveland with the show.
Because, by the way, I think there's another thing that you can do when you send your name. Basically, it's like taking away from, like, I quit, you didn't fire me. By the way, this is mutual. This is a mutual party.
Sorry, dog.
We're mutual. We're mutual before you fired me. I parted ways with you before you fired me. So that's what I just wanted to say. Like, I rescinded I rescinded my offer to be your head coach before you turned me down. There you go. I took all the power back. Do you see how that worked? But that's what I think McDaniel's doing. And listen, I agree with you, but the Raiders, the Browns, the Cardinals, boy, whoever ends up there, it's going to be interesting to hear the names, because there's a lot of great names going around right now, and I don't hear any of them going to those three teams. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Is there a lot of great names going around?
Well, I think, John Harbaugh was a good name. He's gone.
Well, yeah. But other than that, is there, to me, this is one of the weakest coaching candidates we've ever had.
Yeah.
I don't think it was good at all. I don't think the candidates were good at all.
Well, I think Minter was a solid potential. Like, we don't know what he's going to be, but where he's been has said he's been well. By the way, former defensive coordinators for the Rams have generally done pretty well as head coaches. I.e., look at Mike McDonald in Seattle and a couple other places. But you're right. I don't know. That's what I'm saying is the Baltimore Ravens have kicked out a couple decent people and know how to pick good coaches, so I don't think it's a bad job. I mean, my whole thing is this. There's a lot of great jobs out there that I'm kind of shocked that people aren't going for. Like you said, the Buffalo Bills. Why is no one tripping over themselves to try to coach Josh? Is there something more going on there?
I think there is. I think they know they're doing Daboll.
Yeah, they just know.
Wasn't he rumored to be in the Eagles offensive coordinator? So that's the last thing I saw.
Well, yeah. Talk about another train wreck of a situation. Is the Eagles' offensive coordinator job that everybody keeps taking their names out of
come to the Broncos, baby.
Dude, seriously, if I'm the Broncos, pick up the phone. AJ Brown's available, and I'm not kidding you. You could probably trade Cortland Sutton for him, and they would take it, and you would get a guy that could actually catch the ball, and you get a guy that'd be excited to be there. Oh my God. Because if I have to watch Cortland Sutton try to catch a pass for your team one more time, it might be it. It might be it for me.
It's all year.
Folks, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Just a Couple Guys Talking Football, Coaching Carousel. Stay tuned. We're going to talk some Super Bowl. We're going to talk some stuff coming up with you soon, but we are out. Crack me up, dude.